25th at PGA National. Get your tickets today at thecognizantclassic.com.
So, Bill Belichick's not going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And you know what? I kind of couldn't care less.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man, your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. A lot of people out there that might be saddened by that. That might feel disheartened. Bill Belichick, I mean, he's fraught for a win these days. This guy's desperate for that shot of dopamine that he was so used to, that he got so just used, and he never showed it. He never enjoyed the moment. He should have enjoyed all those Super Bowls, all those championships, the major run in Foxborough. But this is weird. These are weird times to learn that Bill Belichick, greatest coach of all time, will not be a first ballot Hall of Famer, will not end up in Canton. Got to be honest with you all, though. Really think that everybody is kind of overreacting right here. C-Katt's on the other side of the glass on the ones and the twos. It is your boy, Theo Dorsey. It is a Wednesday. We're going to have Evan Cohen on today. We got to talk a little bit of Giannis Antetokounmpo rumors. Now that we know that he has made himself available for trade, will the Miami Heat swoop in and finally do that thing that we always anticipate them to do and get the star to quote-unquote South Beach? We also are gearing up for Pro Bowl weekend. Woo! Pro Bowl. Yeah. Me and C-Katt actually have a great proposal for Pro Bowl. And this didn't even start as a replacement for the Pro Bowl, C-Katt, who's on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. This started as a different conversation, and we realized what we were talking about was a good replacement. So this is going to be great. Can't wait to drop this on the good people.
Yeah, our minds are beginning to meld and become a new component on the periodic table.
Yeah.
We are sharpening iron when you get us two together.
Oh, yeah.
We were together last night covering some girls' high school basketball where you made your color commentary debut.
Damn right.
And you did a good job, by the way. I didn't give you props, but you did an exceptional job filling in the gaps where I was less knowledgeable in.
I felt like the first quarter or so I was misgauging where to jump in on, but then I learned the flow a little bit better as we went along. But I appreciate it. It was a fun time.
Yeah, and now we have fixed the NFL. The one thing the NFL simply can't do right, Theo and C-Katt on ESPN West Palm, ESPN South Florida, fix the NFL. We've made it a perfect product now.
We did it. We'll get to that later. But first, a lot of people are concerned, overly concerned if you ask me, with the resume of one Bill Belichick. C-Katt, we learned yesterday after this show, and I hate when news drops like this happen, and we're off the air because then you kind of have to wait around until 2 o'clock. Everybody, soon as this dropped, I can imagine everybody and their mama looking to their left, looking to their right, and saying, what the hell is Theo going to think about this? How is Theo going to react to the fact that Bill Belichick, his greatness, the 8-time Super Bowl champion, 6 times as a head coach, second all-time in NFL wins as a coach behind only Don Shula, the one and only Bill Belichick, would not be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He might have to wait until next year. And I was being a little facetious when I said I don't care. I do think this is an interesting story. But what I mean by I don't care is I can't possibly shed a tear for this. I can't possibly be overly concerned by this. In fact, the more and more I read about how this process went through and how in which a guy who is clearly deserving of first ballot Hall of Fame of that title did not earn it, it's actually kind of becoming a little humorous. Like, it's funny. It's funny. Is that, am I a bad person for that?
No, not at all.
Like, are you seeing what's happening with, like, Bill Polly? Here's my theory, by the way. I'm going to put my theory out there first. We're going to watch it play out, and then we'll discuss the timeline of events that has led us to the place in which we now, although everybody in the world can agree Bill Belichick is the greatest person to ever coach professional football in the NFL, he will not be a first ballot Hall of Famer. My theory is that as Bill Belichick has fallen from grace in his last few years post coaching with the Patriots, and he is in the feud between him and Robert Kraft has continued to bubble up and boil over. My theory is this whole situation is just a ploy for Robert Kraft to get one last slam dunk on Belichick, as their relationship is now absolutely rotten. I believe the selection committee is going to vote Robert Kraft in, which, by the way, Kraft and Belichick are both finalists this year. For the first time, they're both finalists. First time for Belichick, first time for Kraft, even though apparently he's been lobbying and pushing for it for like over a decade. They are both finalists. Robert Kraft, if you don't know, owner of the New England Patriots, has been for a while. He was the head of that dynasty from the owner's seat, as Bill Belichick was the one coaching those games. Apparently, Bill Polian, who is Kraft's homeboy, who was the executive with the Indianapolis Colts during the tenure of Bill Belichick, not only does he have a Hall of Fame vote and sits in on that selection committee, apparently he has been lobbying, and this is reportedly by ESPN and other outlets that have reported on what went down in those meetings, and we'll get to the timeline of it all. Bill Polian has been lobbying on behalf of Robert Kraft getting voted in and against Bill Belichick. And we know today, the reports are today that on that January 13th meeting, when they all got together, and apparently they met from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in a room, 50 different people, football writers, media from every single NFL market, former NFL executives, everybody sitting in that room, coming to a commonality. Apparently, we know definitively that Bill Belichick did not get enough votes to get over the hump, but we don't know whether or not Bob Kraft did. That's interesting, C-Katt. Because wouldn't you think that, though, C-Katt, like those two guys' legacies are intertwined. Their resumes are thoroughly similar.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't win without Tom Brady until now.
And
so
he
now,
hasn't still. It hasn't happened. You can't put him in the Hall of Fame. You couldn't have voted on January 13th based on what the Patriots have done this postseason.
Right.
It's impossible. It hadn't happened yet.
All I'm saying is Kraft, I feel like it's difficult with him because the story's still being written.
Well, Bill says too. Hey, man, you know, you got feisty 4 wins down there in Chapel Hill.
It's the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Okay, all right, just saying. You never know, man. It was 10 openings this year. So
that is a weird lobby for Robert Kraft to want to be inducted into a Hall of Fame before your career as an owner is over.
It's just petty.
Yeah.
It's petty. I do believe that Robert Kraft wants to stick it to Bill Belichick one last time on the big stage. This is the one last thing he can do to one-up Bill Belichick. He can get in the Hall of Fame before Bill. And again, we are not going to know until February 5th, until the full list comes out, until the full results come out, whether or not Robert Kraft is getting voted in. I today am firmly in belief that he was able to convince enough people in that room, and Kraft got sway. Let's not forget, like Robert Kraft, he knows people. Robert Kraft got a lot of both political and coercive power in these streets. In fact, wasn't it Robert Kraft that got Meek Mill out of jail?
Was it? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Robert Kraft was. I
thought Meek Mill was a Philly guy.
I know exactly. So, which is to say, what the hell connected Robert Kraft to Meek Mill? For years, I've been trying to figure out what Robert Kraft's connection was to rapper from Philly, Meek Mill. Mostly famous for some of his hits and also his loss in that beef with Drake. Also, he dated Nicki Minaj. You're a former Barb. Dated Nicki Minaj for a little while there. But also, you know, went to jail for a little bit and you know, the Crafty special got him out.
Yeah, they bonded over prison reform in 2018. How about that?
So I'm just saying Kraft has a way about him that had a lot of power in those fingers, Robert Kraft has. And I say that to say Bill Belichick, as he has been, also think about this. Kraft has had to lobby for himself to be in the Hall of Fame and has had probably people lobbying on his behalf because he would need to. You know who just assumed it would just happen?
Bill Belichick.
Like Bill Belichick. Bill is at the crib. So I was reading the ESPN story, and this is why I think I just find it humorous. I do somewhere in my heart feel bad because I do know that Bill Belichick is deserving of this. And clearly Bill wants this, right? Like you don't build the kind of legacy he does, and you don't be as competitive and win at the level that Bill Belichick did at the highest level without being uber competitive and wanting all of the accolades to come along with it. So Bill clearly wants this. But as I read through his reported reaction, and this is from the ESPN.com story written by Don Van Natta Jr. and Seth Wickersham, who's super tapped in on all things Patriots. Several sources who spoke with the coach over the weekend described Belichick as, quote, puzzled and, quote, disappointed by his inability to secure support from at least 80% of Hall of Fame committee members. Here's a couple of quotes from Bill Belichick, again, according to this story. 6 Super Bowls isn't enough. He's right. Sounds like it's very Belichick-y, too.
Yeah, and that's all he had to say.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have tore it all down and directly attacked the people that are rumored to have led the campaign to keep Bill out in year one, but that was very Belichickian, just to give the obvious answer and leave it at that, especially in a story like this where the conclusion is very cut and dry, where I have not heard a single person argue the other side in the hot take business. You know, it is so easy to make a living, to be the counter opinion, to get the attention, the debate back and forth. You get your spot on First Take. Nice. Everyone wins. You get your screen time. No one is saying, well, let's think about this. Wait a second. It might not be what you think. Bill Belichick actually does not deserve to be in the Chuck Noll lobby.
Right.
He doesn't deserve to be at the tippy top with Lambeau.
Curly Lambeau.
I forgot his first name.
Yeah,
Curly Lambeau.
How could you get Curly?
That's my bad.
Yeah,
bad on me.
You can't do that, man.
No one's actually taking the other side of this one.
So here's what I will say. Here's the one argument on the other side of it. It's the argument that reportedly Bill Polian used, again, former executive with the Colts, who also went out on a limb. He went out of his own way and talked to ESPN to deny that he did this. But reportedly, Bill Polian was in that room. So for people that don't understand how this works, the Hall of Fame committee gets together, and it's like the easiest way to put it is almost like picture them in a courtroom, and then there's like a jury up there, and everybody's around the table lobbying for who they think should make it and who they don't think should make it. There were, I believe, 5 different people they could select from, and each voter in there had 3 votes. You can only write 3 names down, 5 options. Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick, and then 3 former players who have been nominated before. Those are your options. I couldn't imagine if you are a voter in that room sitting there and checking the box of either Robert Kraft or Bill Belichick and leaving the other one blank. And if you were to do so, C-Katt, who would be the obvious one that you would check and the obvious one you would leave open?
Between Kraft and
Belichick. If you're going to pick one, I feel like you either pick both of them, you pick neither of them. But if you were to pick one or the other,
probably Belichick.
Probably the dude that was coaching the football teams. Not the dude cutting the checks. But apparently, according to the stories, Bill Polian was saying that not only was Spygate and Deflategate under Belichick's watch, and that he should, quote, have to wait a year. Which is so petty.
It is the most power brokering, gatekeeping in the most literal sense possible.
It's
taking any ounce of power that you might be able to have if you really went for it, and Polians did just that. And anybody else who also fell in line and wanted to strong arm the guy who beat everyone's butt.
Yeah, you got to wait. You got to wait a year.
Sure, you know, between the whistles, between the white lines, you had our number, but buddy, this is the boardroom.
Yeah.
And we're in and you're not.
But also, his whole point was that Belichick cheated actively, but Robert Kraft didn't know anything about it. That was the angle. Reportedly, according to the stories, Bill Polian is telling everybody, yo, Belichick was cheating. He had his finger on the button. Robert Kraft was just sitting up in the owner's suite, had nothing to do with it. You know what I would argue in that room if that was what Polian was trying to get me to believe to sway my vote?
You would stand up and exercise your freedom of speech.
Here's my only counterpoint to that.
Come on, Bill.
I agree then. Sure. Robert Kraft had nothing to do with all of the cheating that the Patriots were caught for. You know what else he had nothing to do with? If you're going to excuse him from the things in which you are discrediting Bill Belichick for his 6 Super Bowls and his run of dominance over the NFL, then clearly he wasn't a part of the football operations that went out there and won 6 Super Bowls. Correct me if I'm wrong. Jerry Jones is more deserving of a Hall of Fame nod as an owner than Robert Kraft is, not because of the winning on the football field, but the fact that the Cowboys are as relevant as they are despite 30 years of irrelevance on the football field. Like, I credit Jerry Jones more with keeping the Cowboys brand big and relevant and what he's done as a team owner, because that's what your job is. As a team owner, yeah, you're supposed to win football games, but you're supposed to put butts in seats and you're supposed to keep yourself in the black and not the red. And Jerry Jones has done an incredible job of that. He deserves 18 Hall of Fame nominations based on how he's kept them profitable despite them being so lethargic on the football field when it matters most. Whereas Jerry Jones, he's doing that with bad football play. Robert Kraft's job's kind of easy. When you got Bill Belichick and Tom Brady and they're running the show, I'm not saying that to discredit him for it, but hey, if Bill Polian, if he ain't had nothing to do with the cheating, he ain't had nothing to do with the Super Bowls.
Yeah, Robert Kraft did not have Malcolm Butler in the right spot the last time the Patriots played the Seahawks on a goal line to win the Super Bowl possession. Robert Kraft did not have the Patriots defense ready for the pass. Belichick did.
You can't have one without the other is all I would say. Either they both getting in or neither one of them getting in. If we're going to criticize Bill Belichick for the cheating, Robert Kraft got to be baked in with it because he can't get the credit for the Super Bowls without the credit for the cheating. That's my only point. But the reason why I'm not offended by Bill Belichick being kept out of the Hall of Fame, especially on first ballot, is number one, it doesn't change any of our opinions of what we saw over the past 30 years. We all still agree Bill Belichick's the best coach in the NFL history. It's not changing. So it doesn't take away from his legacy. It's literally semantics at this point, and he will be a Hall of Famer one day. But secondly, we now know the intricacies of the process in which they've used to keep Bill Belichick out, and it's only going to look like a black eye on the people that did it. Like, Robert Kraft is going to get inducted, and I think I'm going to think less of Robert Kraft and Bill Polian 2 weeks from now when we learn that their whole scheme worked because of the way in which they went about it. I don't care about the voters. The voters were pawns in this situation. They got played. If you are foolish enough to be played by whatever the hell the politics were to convince you to not vote for Bill Belichick into the Hall of Fame, I don't really care about your stance in all of this. I care about the power players, which apparently are Robert Kraft, Bill Polian, and maybe a couple of other people, according to these stories. And if that is going to be one of the boxes on their legacy, on their resumes, then nobody comes out of this looking worse than Bill Polian and Robert Kraft. Now I'm going to forever remember you, Polian, for telling Lamar Jackson he should play wide receiver in the NFL and being the main person at the podium, keeping Bill Belichick from arbitrarily being in the Hall of Fame 1 year earlier so that you can get your buddy in over. And it's kind of corny.
And not having the guts to admit that you did and explain to us why.
That's the worst part. I would respect Bill Polian much more. And again, all of it is alleged still. All of it, the sources and the stories, even though when you got 50 people in a room and stories are coming out of that room. And by the way, C-Katt, this is so stupid. You know, most of the voters, you know what their main profession is?
What?
They're media members.
Oh, yeah. Their job is to talk.
What are you talking about? Bill Polian. I believe the stories. The reason why I believe the stories is the media wrote them, and half of that more than half of the selection committee were members of the media. So if this was wrong, we would already have 1 million reports against the story. Bill Polian did it. All right? Bill Polian did that. And because he did that, I just think less of him as a person of influence around the game of football. He's still a Hall of Famer already, but this is corny, this is petty, and it's kind of hilarious because it also just doesn't matter.
Yeah, you make a good point. I think that everyone who got on TV and radio and their podcast and anyone who talks about sports or culture for a living is happy this happened.
Yeah.
Is 100% happy this happened because this is also the time of year of which Luka Doncic got traded from the Mavericks to the Lakers out of nowhere. You kind of need something to chew on this time of year.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl isn't hot enough yet. You give 10 days of weekday programming between the championship games on Sunday to start this week and then Super Bowl Sunday in the middle of February. So it gave Evan Cohen a chance to talk about how great Bill Belichick was I listened in the car from 6:15 a.m. this morning to 6:45.
Yeah.
It took a bulk of that. And I'm assuming I only got a half of that before I played golf.
Right. This really doesn't matter, y'all. It also almost adds to Bill Belichick's legacy because now when we talk about him as not a first ballot Hall of Famer, there's a lore behind it. There's a lore behind it. And a lot of times it is the opposition, it is the resistance that creates an even greater flow for people's legacies. That's what Bill Belichick is going to be the beneficiary of. And Bill Polian and Robert Kraft, y'all fooled yourselves into becoming just, again, pawns now in the greater game that is for Bill Belichick. Evan Cohen joins us on the other side. I'm sure he agrees with that, but I'm sure he's also still ticked off with the fact that his guy's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. We're going to have him join the show and talk about it. That's C-Katt. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're live on ESPN 106.3.
The 2 p.m. hour is presented by the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Teeing off February 25th at PGA National. Get your tickets today at thecognizantclassic.com.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hey, Culligan Man!
Good people. It's Theo Dorsey. Let's kick off the new year with a home upgrade that's a win for you and the environment. A Culligan high-efficiency water softener helps you use less soap, less detergent, and fewer chemicals. Talk about a game-winning play. Try Culligan today for 12 months interest-free. Visit Culligan.com for more information and to schedule your free water test. Or just say,
Hey, Culligan Man!
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough.
A test drive to you. Greenway Kia, West Palm Beach. Open early, priced right, built around you.
He said, we have a thing called White Boy Wednesdays in the weight room where they play the rock music and they play older rock songs. He said, there's this one song, and he said, I don't even know the song, but I know the part where it goes, in the end, it doesn't even matter. Now, as a card-carrying white boy myself, I know that song is in the end.
Injuries that hold you back from your favorite sports, your favorite hobbies, the things that you do on a day-to-day basis. That's where Baptist Health Orthopedic Care comes in. They want to treat you like a pro. They want to get you back to the things you love. Learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. Welcome to being treated like a pro. The man that joins us today, he might have a little disdain in his heart, but maybe that White Boy Wednesday music cheered him up. He is Evan Cohen.
Because 4 hours a day just isn't enough. The Don of ESPN West Palm takes a break from the NBA trade machine to relive the good old days, talk sports, and perform a Dougie. From the Evan Cohen Memorial Studios, it's more Evan Cohen on ESPN 106.3.
Welcome, Evan Cohen, on a White Boy Wednesday. How does it feel to be here on the inaugural?
I'll tell you, C-Katt must think he's untouchable. My God. I could promise you this. I could promise you this. He ain't.
Look, I told him he has to take February off. If he's gonna make this a thing.
Oh, he doesn't even know what February is. Trust me, he doesn't even know what it is.
He's still trying to figure that out.
What history? What history are we honoring? Who?
Like, yeah. Why February? Yeah. Is it because the month? No.
Anything going on in February? Yeah. What? Interesting.
Valentine's Day. Evan. Fancy to be able to talk to you on today. Like today of all Wednesdays, though, seriously, is a great day to talk with Evan Cohen. We got the Giannis news is he's going to be made available ahead of the NBA trade deadline.
We did not get that news.
We did. That's what Shams reported.
What did you just say? That he's going to be made available? That is not the news.
Okay. He is open to a change of scenery. He is open to be traded at the trade deadline, and we know the Bucks have to be
be real clear. I would be shocked if Giannis was traded by the deadline.
Oh. Why? Why are you doing this to me, man? Why are you doing this?
You want me to get down to stunned? I'll get down to stunned for you. You want me to get down to stunned? We'll redo it.
Please.
I would still be stunned if Giannis got traded by the deadline because Shams' reporting is impeccable. And he absolutely made it clear that Giannis is thinking about all kinds of things, maybe differently than he's thought about previously. But never does Shams say that he will be traded by the deadline. That is not what this says. Okay? Now, let me go further. If I were the Milwaukee Bucks, I would not trade Giannis. He would have to come into my office and beg me to get traded before I'd even consider it. So much so. You're not going to like what I'm going to say, and we can do the trade machine, because that's what I'm always here for. But I can't lie to you, Theo. Like, I have to be real with you. You're my guy, right? Here's what I would think. If I'm the Bucks, I'd be more likely to let him walk at the end of his contract than I would to trade him. Because this is different. I'm going to tell you why. This is different than other basketball teams. This is, to me, you're shutting down your business if he walks out the door. So I'm not going to voluntarily move this man. If he asks me to get traded because of what he's done for the organization and the relationship that those two parties have, I would have no choice but to hear him out. But if he doesn't ask me to be traded, which Shams is very clear that he is not asked to be traded, I cannot trade him. If I'm them, I would not do that. I would be more likely to let him walk. I would still try to find a way to convince him to stay. I may even try to shut him down during the course of the season this year. He's already injured, and I may try to make moves to get better next year. And I don't mean to throw any kind of cold water on this, and I may be wrong. I'm telling you what I would do and how I would think about it. Now, I see the frown. Let me cheer you up.
There we go.
While I did not believe this prior, if they do decide to trade him, this feels like the closest the Heat have been in a long time to actually landing the whale. And let me be real clear. No one is off limits.
There we go. That was going to be the next question.
No one. No one.
Have you, Evan? You have I don't want to put you in any kind of dangerous waters here because you actually have a personal relationship with Udonis Haslem. I know you're careful anyway, so I'm not afraid of that. But on the topic of nobody being traded, there's this eerie thing that has been resurfacing time and time again, specifically by UD himself, about him being thrown around in trade rumors for Allen Iverson and him going to D-Wade about it. He's talked about this on podcast after podcast. He's brought it up on Prime multiple times as they've done their NBA coverage. And I think not only is it intentional, but Udonis Haslem is making that messaging more, mainstream today, and he's been doing it throughout this year because he knows there's a possibility that if a guy like Giannis becomes available, that maybe the word that we don't want to utter, Bam Adebayo, would be potentially dealt.
Udonis has done more for the Heat organization than Bam has. That's not even debatable for me.
Right.
Their roles. Now, if Udonis was asked to play Bam's role, he would not have been as good as at Bam in that role. Right. Obviously. Like Udonis was never asked to carry a team offensively and defensively. When I say, what I'm doing, Theo, over the last 5 minutes here is I'm speaking as me, Evan Cohen.
Okay.
Not as what I think these teams are going to do. What I'm saying to you is, I think the audience needs to be reminded of something or may don't be aware of something. I went to school in Wisconsin. I went to the University of Wisconsin. Okay. So having lived in that state, the obsession around the Packers is day and night. But when you have the Greek freak, he is just that. It's a freak in that he is so impactful on and off the floor, and he's so likable on and off the floor. And he's such a business unto himself. They created this whole area. I can't remember. Have you been there or not? To
Milwaukee, I've not to the.
Okay. So in this area, there's this thing called the Pfizer Forum is the arena. Okay, cool. Everybody in the NBA has an arena, like no bleep. They have this whole business shopping center, everything around it that the Bucks basically own because of how many people then go to the games they didn't have years ago that there's no chance they would have built without Giannis. There's this whole downtown-ish area that did not exist. It's like when ESPN West Palm moved to City Place. It's like, oh, we got to put in all these cool stores because everyone's going to come in, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
the house, City Place. Some people call it the house that Theo Dorsey built. Anyway, the point that I'm making here is that this is not a basketball move. This is a business move. So if it were me, I would not trade him.
Yeah.
But from the Heat perspective, again, if it were me, no one is off limits. If it is them, I believe Bam is off limits.
I agree with that, but I do think there is a point. There is a reason why Udonis has continued, and later on in the show, we'll get to some of the things he specifically said. There's a reason why he's continued to do this, and maybe it's not for Bam. Maybe it's for the other guys on the roster as well, because I do think Bam is as close to untouchable as it comes for the Heat organization. When Dwayne Wade had his statue speech and he spoke for 15 minutes and 38 seconds outside of Kaseya Center, the only current player on the roster he mentioned was Bam Adebayo, and that was back when Jimmy was in uniform.
Yeah, and somebody told me after that, they're like, Dwayne announced the trade of Jimmy. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And he said separate house, the thing about the houses. What was the line about that? A broken home?
Oh, yes. Is
some known saying that I don't know, of course, right? Something along those lines. And I didn't realize that.
House divided cannot stand.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
And that was the announcement in essence of, Jimmy's gone. Jimmy's gone. Right. Like that was that moment.
And because you also, for people do know, but it's just a quick reminder here is Jimmy and Wade had a relationship before the Miami Heat. They are Marquette brothers, played for the same coach and whatnot. So it's like for Dwayne Wade to not, it wasn't just that Jimmy was the best player on the team at the time. That's his guy. For him to omit him from his speech and to say that in the midst of the confusion, you knew it was over at that point. Again, but he made a point to mention Bam Adebayo multiple times and talk about Bam as the next guy to have a statue.
He's the culture carrier, right?
Yeah.
If you think about who are the culture carriers with this team, in other words, this is actually, as weird as this sounds, the way in which to say, who do you think would be off limits in a Giannis trade would be to answer the question of who could be a culture carrier for them. So Bam, do you know who I believe would be second on their list right now?
Ooh, this is
As
tough.
wild as this sounds, that they would be pained to trade.
Norman Powell.
No.
Oh man, so is this a deeper cut? Drew Smith.
I believe. Who'd you say, Drew? No, God. I think he'll be the head coach one day.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
I'm trying to go super Evan Cohen on this. Like, who's the
No,
most
I'm
random?
being dead serious. I think the second hardest player for them to trade right now would be Pelle Larsson.
You know what? That was gonna be my next guess.
Dead serious.
He's good. He is good though.
But
good.
he feels because here's the thing. When you look at Bam, you think of Udonis. When you look at Pella, you think of Goran Dragic. Like you think of who would die for this team, and that's what they love. But that's why. Let's now be real. So we said all that. Period. Next sentence. Let me look right at you. If Giannis is available, it's now or never. There is nothing about this man that screams out that he would not fit with the Miami Heat. This is the one you've been waiting for. I could nitpick Dame Lillard all day. You could even nitpick a tiny bit Jimmy. There is nothing to nitpick about this guy. He does not want to be friends with anyone in the league. That's like putting a Heat tattoo on your body. Yeah. He wants to only play basketball and not talk to humans other than playing basketball and doing charity work. You might as well stamp Heat on your head. He is as clean cut as could be off the court and wants to kill you on the court. Just literally, what are the fraternity, the branding fraternity? Yeah, brand the Miami Heat logo. This guy screams Heat more than any other whale that's out there. If he's gettable, you got to get him. If you don't get him, if you miss on him, because of whatever the reason is, that is inexcusable right now.
Imagine 10 years from now, us talking about the Heat would have went out and got Giannis Antetokounmpo. They almost got it across the line, but they were unwilling to give up Pelle Larsson.
And that is if it took Bam and
Pelle,
Pelle,
a sticking point.
No, but if it took Bam and Pelle, you make the trade right now.
You have to, yeah. You have to.
So you want it? Okay, so I know you want me to do this, so I'll do this.
Trade machine.
Okay, here we go.
Trade machine time for everybody not watching on YouTube.
The straight up deal that you could get done. Now you'll include every pick, obviously. Tyler Kalel, Cass, and Davion for Giannis. Tyler Hero, Davion Mitchell, Kalel Ware, Kasparas Yachakonis. I can't say his name for Giannis. For Giannis. So that's a straight up. That deal will work. The Heat will then probably make additional trades after that. There'll be some roster moves after that. That's one that could work. A lot of people believe it could turn into a three-way deal by way of moving Wiggins somewhere else because he doesn't make as much sense for the Bucks. And a lot of people believe maybe the Warriors could be that team because there's been a lot of Wiggins and Kuminga smoke out there. So if you're the Milwaukee Bucks and you're forced into trading Giannis and you get Tyler Hero, an all-star player from Milwaukee in his 20s, Kalel Ware should be an all-star one day in his early 20s, Jonathan Kuminga, who can score 20 a night, and Yachakonis, who's a rookie point guard. That's four starters plus draft picks upon arrival if you're Milwaukee. And then you keep churning, right? You're trading some of your other guys to get more picks and you're restarting that. And if you're the Heat, everything changes after that, right? So in that scenario, you then have Giannis and Bam. Let's also be clear about this. They're not a perfect offensive fit at all. They're an amazing defensive fit, but not a perfect offensive fit. So you need to outfit that with shooting, and you need to continue to find shooting everywhere else. Obviously, Davion would make a lot of sense. Norm would make a lot of sense in that.
Yeah.
And that's where you start looking at that roster. Maybe Simone Fontecchio all of a sudden has way more value because he can shoot lights out. So everything changes. You have to do it on the fly, and you really only have a certain amount of time to do it, or else Giannis could walk in free agency, and he won't be afraid to leave his next team. He may be afraid to leave this team. He won't be afraid to leave the next team.
I think, but in that scenario, Evan, I feel like every team makes out like bandits. The Warriors get a guy in Andrew Wiggins back.
You want me to put it together as a three-way deal? I'll put it together as a three-way deal while you're talking. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just saying, so for the Warriors, if you're able to swap out Kuminga, who's obviously not long for the Warriors, he demanded a trade weeks ago, oddly, and nobody really cared, it's fair to say. They will be able to move off of Kuminga, bring in Wiggins, and I'm sure something else around that, and they have a guy that they can use and that they know very well. The Bucks getting 4 like good starters, 4 guys that the Miami Heat have been using to actually win basketball games at a higher clip than people would suppose they would, as the Heat are now like the 7th seed in the East. And in the Miami Heat, it doesn't matter what you give up in that point. If you're able to keep Bam and you bring Giannis in, and in that case, I believe you said we still have Simone Fontecchio, you still have Norm Powell, you have shooting around that. Every team is better for it. Giannis is better for it because he's 31 years old and he probably has 3-4 more years left of his prime before things start tailing off. And on top of all of that, all of the picks that the Bucks get, you get 5-6 more swings at, fingers crossed, lucking your way into another, not Giannis, but at least a franchise superstar you can pass the torch to.
Yeah, a couple of things on this though. So I got it to work this way, but I'm going to add some add-ons for you. So basically, the Heat could make this deal in a 3-way deal where the Warriors get Wiggins, the Heat get Giannis and Buddy Hield, who is a shooter, and the Bucks get Tyler Hero, Jonathan Kuminga, Khalil Ware. So those are 3 starters, all in their 20s, all on reasonable contracts, and Kaz. Oh God, why can't I say his name? That's a 4th starter. 3 first-rounders, 1 from Golden State, 2 from Miami. They'll get swaps as well. So that is a nice haul. Is that enough in my mind if you're the Bucks? No, it's not. So now let me continue to pare it down. Because then
all the picks in.
Well, I did throw all the picks in, but I also, in my mind, if I'm the Bucks, I need Kuzma off my hands. So someone will have to take him on. I'm fine taking him on if I'm the Heat. I can give you Terry Rozier if you're Milwaukee, and you could just waive him immediately, and you just shed the year of salary. That works as well. So I can do this where it works any different way. I don't know that the Warriors are going to want to contribute to this because they're going to want, obviously, Giannis themselves. The point is this. I believe if he is traded, okay? If he is traded, which I still would be stunned if he was. If he is traded, I think the Heat have a legit shot at this.
Yeah. The Heat are in pole position, and the only thing that would stop the Heat from being able to make a move for him is if the Bucks are like, no, we need like 3 first-rounders. Like if they're hell-bent on we want priority first-round picks, that's the only thing the Heat don't necessarily have to give. But
well, hold on. They have 2 tradable now. On draft night, they'll have 4. And I believe
enough.
I believe that 4 is not enough.
Those are if you're the Miami Heat trading those picks away and you're bringing back Giannis, those are 4 picks in the late 20s.
Well, then don't make trades with the Heat because that's always going to be that way.
I know. I'm just saying, but that's the way in which that's not going to move the needle in the same way in which some of these teams. There are a couple of contenders that have projected, lottery picks that they can deal. I think the Rockets have a couple, and I believe
I'll tell you, there's another sticking point for me. Even though I have to give them an extension, the other sticking point for me, if I'm Milwaukee, is if I'm trading Giannis, I want everything, and everything to me includes Jaquez. And I do not want to give up Jaquez. He has been not good this year. He has been great this year.
Yeah.
But
you would let me call him Diet Jimmy,
but this is the point. A year ago, 2 years ago, with some of these guys that we're talking about, could they get this guy? Could they get that guy? If that's the sticking point and they don't get Giannis because of Jaime Jaquez, that's inexcusable. And I love Jaime Jaquez the way he's playing. This is anyone is on the table, and you figure out the rest after the fact. Because if you have Giannis and you have Bam and you're in South Florida, every offensive player is going to beg to play there. You know why? They don't have to play defense. Because you got those 2 guys behind you eating guys for dinner.
Yeah. You could just gamble for steals and play the passing lanes all day.
Yeah, I mean, if you have those two, all of a sudden, if you have pieces left over for Ja, you look at it differently. Now, you don't have a great shooting team, but it's at that point, it's like, all right, if Ja's not the greatest defender, I don't care if I got those 2 behind me.
The fast break will be incredible, too. They're already like the number 1 pace of play team in the NBA. Giannis and Ja in the open court, along with a guy like Bam that moves the ball. You started this off, and I was down in the dumps, and now I'm incredibly my hopes have been right back lifted. I hope it gets done somehow.
Okay, so yes, but I have to be fair in whatever it is that I'm conveying here. I believe that you believe Giannis is going to be a member of the Heat. That's what I believe you believe. Am I right? You do.
I believe that it's going to happen. I'm not as convinced it's going to happen by the trade deadline because I know how these things work.
I think if it does happen, it's pretty obvious when it's going to happen. Next Tuesday, I'm on a plane for 5 hours to San Francisco. It'll definitely happen while I'm on the plane.
As soon as you take off, yeah. As soon as you lose signal, and that's when the plane announcement happens. No Wi-Fi on this flight, by the way.
Oh, my God. I get off the plane, and Giannis is a member of the Heat.
That'd be crazy.
And I have nothing to say about it. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Hell.
And also, this has been All You Can Heat on ESPN West Palm, ESPN South Florida. Like, comment, subscribe. Evan. Yeah, that was your. Yeah, I know. Question.
You are a fraud. You're a fraud. You know that?
Do you want to
You're
play a
going to
game?
do this podcast? You just literally trick me into doing this every week?
Hey, we do this a little heat talk, man, with the big guns. You set the table in the mornings, and I don't want to take from your time, so I just every other now and then on a Wednesday. Why not?
God.
Do you want to play a game?
Sure, of course.
Play a game. This game, I'm going to give you 10 clues. It's going to start hard, get easier, and I need you to guess who I am talking about in this game. First clue. I'm currently learning that longevity doesn't guarantee immediate immortality.
Well, the easy answer would be Bill Belichick, but I feel like you're not going to give me Bill Belichick.
Oh, that would be way too easy. Come on.
Yeah,
Second clue. My resume is often used as an argument rather than a list.
Okay,
Third clue. I've been praised for systems more than personality.
Long resume, argument, systems. Okay.
Fourth clue. People debate whether my greatest asset was adaptability or control. It's even more ambiguous.
Yeah, this is going to be a non-sports thing. That's my guess here.
My success is frequently credited to someone who no longer returns my calls.
Because they're not alive, not because there's a beef.
Clue 6. I turned anonymity into an advantage and superstardom into a distraction.
Jeff Bezos?
No. Okay, this one is going to give it away. I made hoodies feel intimidating.
But it's not Bill Belichick.
Are you going to take a guess?
I guessed Bill Belichick. You told me no.
There we go. You didn't guess Bill Belichick. You said it can't be Bill Belichick. You soft launched your guess. You hedged it. We're going to play the taste back, but you soft launched it. You said this can't be Bill Belichick.
You said no, it's not Bill Belichick after guess one.
You didn't guess it.
Yeah,
that didn't sound like an official guess.
It wasn't a guess.
You said, well, it can't be Bill Belichick. That's too easy.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't think you'd be so dumb to do Bill Belichick in such an easy bit here.
I know. Well, I just wanted to talk about your feelings on Bill Belichick not making
the answer is Bill Belichick in all of this? This is the worst game I've ever played. I'm going to tell you why. Because if there was an answer that was someone else, it was then an easy transition into, Evan, this resembles blah, but it also could then be Belichick.
Oh, okay.
What a terrible job by C-Katt.
Okay.
See, I knew it.
He's untouchable. Just ask him.
But Evan, you got to give for people that didn't hear you on Unsportsman, like just what was your first when you heard the news that he wasn't going to be first ballot? Obviously, this was petty. It seems like it was Bill Polian driven and Robert Kraft driven. You're a Patriots fan.
I don't buy that it was Robert Kraft driven. I have a tough time believing that.
See, but you're saying that because you're a fan of the Patriots and you don't know how to,
I just don't think it's worth Robert Kraft's time to do this in the midst of a Super Bowl run to distract from the Super Bowl run, right? And I understand it wasn't new today. This has been going on. And Kraft just actually released a statement saying how ridiculous this is that he's not in, okay? Which I understand, plausible deniability. Does that mean he has nothing to do with it? I would be stunned if Kraft had something to do with this.
Do you believe Bill Polian when he says, I am 95% sure I voted for Bill Belichick?
Let me just, I'll give you my takes. Here we go. This is the most absurd thing I have ever seen from a non-important, non-real life standpoint in sports. I don't mean, God forbid, tragedy, arrest, things like that. I would have more respect for these dopey, ridiculous voters if they actually said, me, Theo Dorsey, I believe he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame because of Spygate. And just to be clear, this is a forever thing, not a for now thing. This is not me getting on a high horse and saying he needs to wait a year because Roger Goodell didn't give him enough of a suspension. No, it's me taking a stand, one in which that me, Evan, I could disagree with, but at least I could sit there and say, Theo's an idiot. I disagree with him. That's his thought out point, and he's standing up for what he believes in. I think he should sit down, but it's ridiculous. But that's not what's happening. What everyone is saying here is that they are so damn petty, these dopey people that voted for this, and saying that he should wait a year. He's the greatest coach in football to ever live. He's also the greatest general manager to ever live. Oh, by the way, if you want to take out the Spygate stuff and eliminate that year altogether and give it to the Rams, he still has 5 Super Bowls that he should be in the Hall of Fame. Oh, and by the way, if you're going to act this way, then Brady can't get in first ballot because Brady has Deflategate, which was nothing. Kraft can't get in because he oversaw all of this. And Goodell can't get in because he presided over the whole sport during all this. Oh, and by the way, Jimmy Johnson came out today, Kane, Dolphin, Cowboys, and said, we did the same thing. Take him out. And, wait. Jimmy Johnson said, we got the idea from Howard Mudd, legendary offensive line coach, when he was in Kansas City. Who did Howard Mudd make a real name for in recent memory with? The Indianapolis Colts. Who did he work for?
Bill Polian.
Bill Polian. Tony Dungy. Oh, wait a minute. There is a part of Belichick in the Hall of Fame. Not the person, but the game plan from the Super Bowl for the Giants against the Bills, where the Giants won 20-19, widely known as the greatest defensive game plan of all time. That game plan, the script, the plays in the Hall of Fame. Who did Belichick beat and Parcells beat? The Bills. Who was the general manager of the Bills that year? Bill Polian. This is utterly ridiculous. I would have had more respect for them if they would have just said prior to this, you know what? He's not even eligible. I think what the baseball writers do with the steroid guys is disgraceful. But at least there's no surprise. I am never surprised when A-Rod doesn't get in, when McGuire doesn't get in, when Sosa doesn't get in, when Bonds does not get in, when Clemens doesn't get in. There's no surprise because I know this is their absurd stance. No one knew this was a thing. No one until yesterday. It is ridiculous. But at least this, Theo, I will say, there is one positive. Bill Belichick has not received the public support in years in the way, from a football perspective, he should have. Brady, Belichick. Brady wins in Tampa. Oh, Belichick sucks. Kraft in the Super Bowl. Oh, Belichick sucks. North Carolina off to a rocky start. Belichick sucks. Oh, the years post, by the way, the first 2 years after Brady, the Miami Dolphins would kill to have.
Hold on a second. Stop it. Yes, but come on. That's a low blow. Why the Dolphins catching slugs in this?
The first 2 years after Brady, the Jets would kill to have, which was a 7-9 team, if I'm not mistaken, with Cam Newton. If Cam doesn't get COVID, they're in the playoffs. The next year, Mac Jones' rookie season, they made the playoffs. So those 2 years are better than most Jets and Dolphins years. It was the last 2 that were terrible. But at least now everyone seemingly, whether you love Bill or hate Bill, has the public support of, okay, can we be real? This guy's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. So now, me as a big Mike Tomlin guy, I love Tomlin. You know that. Well, Tomlin's going to be eligible for the Hall of Fame in what, a year? Can't vote him in. Mike Tomlin can't be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Andy Reid cannot be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Well, here's the caveat. The caveat for the voters is going to be that they didn't get caught cheating. And I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. I'm just saying that if that's what they're saying, if they're saying the punishment for being caught cheating and being involved in 2 cheating scandals.
But Polian got caught cheating because they pumped the crowd noise. Now, you maybe want to say it's not equal, but they pumped the crowd noise into Indy, and they had a whole thing about that. So
it's clearly a propaganda push, right? I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying if their stance is Deflategate and Spygate are so egregious that he can't be a first ballot Hall of Famer, he's got to get in on the second round. That's not going to stop Tomlin or Andy Reid or any of those guys, though it's going to look ridiculous, right? It almost, to me, it adds to Bill Belichick's legacy that they're trying to do this against them.
Let me ask you a question. Take a breath for a second, both of us. Let me ask you a question. You're a Chiefs fan. Andy Reid is as likable as could be, right? Everybody loves Andy Reid. If Andy Reid had Spygate on his resume, and had 3 Super Bowl wins and was who he is publicly. Is Andy Reid in the Hall of Fame?
Yes, first ballot. Still,
it's not about
because they don't like. Yeah, it's not just about the cheating. It's not. The cheating excuses it. They're using that as their. It's never about the thing that you stand up and say it's about.
Carter, it's all that stuff. Come on.
Yeah, but.
You think the guy that you were rolling with the other day, who was petrified of the raccoons on the golf course, one Ray Lewis. Yeah. You think Ray Lewis would think that Belichick's a Hall of Famer? Do you know that Belichick's final move in Cleveland was to tell Ozzie Newsome, "I'm not going to be here, but go get Ray Lewis"?
Oh wow!
Go watch the Cleveland '95 documentary. Belichick said to Ozzie, Ozzie, not in the Hall of Fame as a GM. Really? Go look how good Ozzie Newsome was. Anyway, Ozzie says Belichick all year hyping this Ray Lewis guy out of Miami, saying he's the guy. I mean, come on. You think Ed Reed? Belichick's favorite 2 players of all time, including the guys he coached, I believe. Lawrence Taylor 1, Ed Reed 2. Ed Reed. Oh, my God, he loves Ed Reed. What do you think LT would say? LT would say, I was literally, and this is not me being accusatory. LT was on drugs.
He was on crack
and made it to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's that person now. I'm not trying to be accusatory. I'm saying these things have.
He talks about it. He talks about it. Yeah, LT talks about it. He's open about that.
Yeah. I'm not saying he is right this second. I'm saying he had trouble in his life.
Yeah. He talks about smoking crack before games and being high. He talks about a lot of those things, which is fine. Whatever. He's a Hall of Fame. But what you're saying is true.
Fine, but it's fine to the voters.
Right.
Fine to smoke crack before a football game.
I think it's more impressive.
Fine to smoke crack ever.
I think it's more impressive though. LT's to me. I'm
like,
let's
not do that. That sounds like a C-Katt angle that'll get.
I'm more impressed by the fact that he not only did he admitted to it, and he's considered the greatest defensive player of all time. But besides all of that, my last thing on the Bill Belichick thing is I do believe Robert Kraft gets voted in. I do believe he's going to get voted in, and I do believe that a lot of this was to get Kraft in ahead of Belichick. And I know you don't want to say it because you're a Patriots fan and you like both Kraft, Belichick, Brady, and everybody with it. I think Kraft has a lot to do with this petty play because of the feud between him and Belichick. He can put out whatever statements he wants to. It's just my perspective on it because it feels way too angled. And the fact that Kraft, we haven't learned whether or not he's gotten voted in yet, but we know about Belichick also feels a little pointed.
Yeah, Kraft can't. But they're going to have the double standard. We know that. Brady can't. But it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Evan, appreciate your time, man. For more Evan Cohen takes like those. This was fiery Evan Cohen appearance here on Theoretically Speaking. Unsportsmanlike, 6 to 10 a.m. with Michelle Spallman and Chris Canty.
Thank you, Theo.
Peace out. That is Evan Cohen, our guy, joining us on the Baptist Health Hotline. We got to go to break here. That went way longer than it was supposed to, but we could not stop Evan Cohen in the midst of a Bill Belichick rant. That is just something you don't do. On the other side, the happy hour. Oh my goodness, you found Evan Cohen dugging. If you're watching on YouTube at ESPN South Florida, you will see live video of Evan Cohen dugging in his intro. I don't know how the hell you found that. Evan Cohen hitting a little Dougie, hitting the Brock Purdy. Oh my goodness. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Anna Jar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit 1 checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. It's Thursday. New Hard Rock Bet rewards are dropping.
Nice. You in, Jeremy Shockey?
I don't do drops. Jeremy, we're talking bonus bets, deposit matches, and parlay insurance.
Got it. I do those drops.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New customers, double your winnings on your first 10 bets. Max bet at $50 per bet. Offered by Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Hey, Culligan man.
Good people. It's Theo Dorsey. Let's kick off the new year with a home upgrade that's a win for you and the environment. A Culligan high-efficiency water softener helps you use less soap, less detergent, and fewer chemicals. Talk about a game-winning play. Try Culligan today for 12 months interest-free. Visit Culligan.com for more information and to schedule your free water test. Or just say,
Hey, Culligan man.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees within the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 27 national championships, including their 3rd championship in women's soccer. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on the championship athletic programs at Kaiser University.
Hey everybody, it's Cade Chumsland. Every week, Land Rover Palm Beach supports local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community by naming a Player of the Week. This year, $35,000 will be awarded to student athletes and their schools. Tune in to ESPN West Palm High School Game Day every Friday night as I unveil this week's featured athlete. If you have a great performance that I need to know about, DM us at ESPN West Palm. Land Rover Palm Beach, above and beyond.
Canes fans, Hurricanes basketball is back, and the Watsco Center is the place to be. Feel the intensity of every play as Miami's men's and women's teams take the court this season. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action. Secure your seats for any game now at MiamiHurricanes.com/basketball. That's MiamiHurricanes.com/basketball. Hurricanes basketball is back, and go Canes.
Today's tax tip is brought to you by Anshin Accountants and Advisors with Joseph Malloy, tax partner in Anshin's Construction Group.
The One Big Beautiful Bill Act, also known as the OBBBA, will have a significant impact on tax planning strategies. The bill restores and makes permanent 100% bonus depreciation for all eligible purchases made after January 19, 2025. This tax incentive will influence investments in additional machinery and equipment upgrades, providing an immediate tax deduction and helping contractors increase cash flow. At Anshin, a partner-owned firm since 1923, we strategically guide construction companies through the new tax law to help them develop the right strategy and enhance profitability. If you're a construction executive or owner looking to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver value where others can't.
For more tax tips from Anshin, visit Anshin.com. That's ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, helping you recalculate what's possible.
Spring training 2026 is coming fast to Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium as the Miami Marlins and St. Louis Cardinals return to Jupiter for 30 games in 30 days from February 21st to March 22nd. Come out to the ballpark this spring and make a memory that lasts a lifetime. Season tickets, groups, and mini plans are on sale right now. Purchase your baseball experience at RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com. See you soon at America's busiest ballpark.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Hi, I'm Janice Ridenour from J. Zello & Associates. For nearly 30 years, my firm has worked alongside business owners and their teams, helping them truly understand QuickBooks with clear accounting guidance, proven workflows, and hands-on training. We offer customized QuickBooks Online training delivered in a supportive, judgment-free environment so you can learn at your pace. If you're stressed about your books, you don't have to be. Get trained, get confident, get it right. And when you need ongoing support or you'd rather have it done for you, our experienced team is here to help. Visit jzillow.com and schedule your free consultation today.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is your boy, Theo Dorsey. This is Theoretically Speaking. We have entered the happy hour. That means that C-Katt is on the other side of the glass on the ones and the twooskies. And in her stylish green jacket, if you're watching us on YouTube at ESPN South Florida, is the one and only Tina Costanza.
All minted up.
Yeah.
Mint. This is like a mint green.
It's a mint green. You got a mint green on the shirt.
I'm surprised they got it right. Yeah.
This is a St. Patty's Day style outfit. You're standing up.
I am standing up. I didn't feel like sitting today.
Okay.
But yes, I'm in a mint green turtleneck, and I only wear this jacket. It's very warm. It's like a puffer, has whatever fake fur. I don't know what you would call this.
Yeah.
Like
and carpet.
It could get carpet's
Kinda
good.
carpety, yeah.
Kind of carpet.
Yeah.
It has a cute flower pattern, but it gets me warm very fast. And today was pretty chilly, and I had to be outside for a little bit. So I was like, oh, today's the perfect day to wear this jacket, and I only wear this jacket with this shirt that I have underneath of it, this mint green turtleneck.
Have you ever done it
matches
on?
so perfect.
Yeah, it does. So C-Katt disagrees though.
C-Katt saw me today in just my green shirt, like my long sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
And I don't remember he made a comment first to me about my shirt.
Which I said was, that's a cool shade of green.
Yes.
I said that too.
Yes.
I said that too. Wow. That must be a really nice shade of green.
And then I said, you have to see the jacket that I wore with it. It matches perfectly.
And you said you'd see my green jacket that matches with it. I was like, well, I doubt that can be true.
Yeah, doubted immediately.
So this is him more so being contrarian than him seeing the fit. And then he heard you make a statement and he refuted the statement after he saw the jacket.
I heard of the jacket.
Yeah,
and I heard that the jacket would be green. And I saw her shirt and said, kind of impossible to match any other shade of green with that green.
Yeah, but she did it. She did it well.
I did it.
Yeah, it's a forest green and like a sea green is I think what you would call that.
50 Shades of Green.
You know, I used to first of all, my wife, art director, so color theory is I don't take it, but I kind of live with it.
You're more qualified than us.
Yeah, just to when I can colors, you could just throw them out there, and me, I'm kind of sharp. I'm just.
What does red and green mixed together create?
Red and green together? Come on, dog. You asking me that?
That's the most basic color wheel question.
You're going to ask me that? No, it's not. The most basic is the primary colors, which are yellow, red, and blue.
Blue.
Yeah, yellow, red, and blue. So you're throwing green in there. You're trying to throw me off. I'm going to say purple. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
I don't think that's true because red and blue equals purple.
Yeah,
red and blue does equal purple. So what you say, red and green?
I think that's more of a brown.
Red and green? Yeah, it's a little freaky, man. Nobody mixes those.
It equals brown or olive.
Oh, I'm wearing an olive shirt.
I love olive. Green is my favorite color, and I love like a lot of shades of green.
Yeah.
I love olive green though. Is one of
tell.
my favorites because I feel like it goes with my skin tone, my hair, my eyes. It all flows.
You must kill it on St. Patrick's Day.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't really go out on St. Patrick's Day. I have green.
How do you love all kinds of shades of green? You love green. You just like not festive.
I don't even think of that though.
Okay.
I don't like it. I will have green to wear on St. Patrick's Day, but I'm not going crazy on St. Patrick's Day. Like, I'm so excited to go out.
I mean, you look like you're ready to go out on St. Patrick's Day right now.
If it was colder in March.
Yeah. You're always in Florida mostly for St. Patrick's Day, so it's not like it's gonna be hot.
It's hot.
It's gonna be hot.
Yes.
You know what could cool you off when it's hot? If it's like a chilled cocktail, it's the cocktail of the day.
This is a chilled one.
Okay.
I tried to look up some Bill Belichick cocktails, and this crazy one came up. Way too many ingredients.
Okay.
And so I was like, I got to skip this. And I'm looking at other Bill cocktails, and I came across the Kill Bill.
Hey.
Nice.
All right.
Can't believe it took me so long in life to watch that movie or those movies.
Yeah. How do you like them?
Incredible.
Yeah.
Exceptional movies.
All right, relax.
Really,
good.
really good. You rewatch them, you'll come away with the same.
How much are they paying you?
Not much. Have you ever seen Kill Bill?
No.
Did you know that the Kill Bill is derived from the movie?
Oh, no.
Yeah. The way, yeah.
I don't watch movies.
Oh, you don't know? Do you even know what Kill Bill is?
I've
as a
heard
movie?
of
Right, yeah.
it.
Tina said Kill Bill, and it's like, wow, someone must really hate
Oh,
this
you thought
random
this was
person
about Bill
named-
Belichick? No.
Or not even Bill Belichick,
No.
but she didn't realize that Kill Bill was a
Probably
movie.
from the movie.
I was just finding a Bill-related
Yeah.
cocktail, and this came up.
Okay, yeah. Well, what's in the Kill Bill? Because, I mean, hopefully it doesn't kill Bill.
It's pretty simple. You've got vodka,
Okay.
a lychee liqueur, and ginger ale.
Oh, that's very simple.
Very simple.
If I ordered this, I wonder how popular the Kill Bill is. Like, if I ordered this at the bar, would I have to tell the bartender what's in it?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. You wouldn't want this before an F45 class, but afterwards, maybe a celebratory drink after a great workout?
I love celebrating my workouts.
Yeah.
Because I put all my effort into my workouts. I like to get a good sweat. I like to lift heavy, go crazy on cardio days.
Come on.
F45, Palm Beach Gardens. It's a 45-minute workout. You don't have to think about it. You walk in the studio. You've got trainers there to help you. You've got TV screens that show you what to do, a countdown going on. You don't have to figure it out. You walk in. It's all there for you. It's 45 minutes. You're in, you're out. You stick with it. I promise you will see results. You go for a strength day where maybe it's a little more slower, but you can lift heavy. A cardio day, you're using the rowers, the ski ergs, maybe a bike, or a hybrid day, which is a little bit of both. You can pick and choose what you want to do. F45 Palm Beach Gardens. Check out their Instagram page to see the specials that they've got going on. Or if you're trying to do High Rocks, they are a High Rocks gym.
Uh-oh.
And they do have a 12-week program that they're doing so you can get prepared for High Rocks. Go check it out at F45 Palm Beach Gardens.
A lot of the homies been doing High Rocks.
It's really big right now.
Yeah,
I feel like
Instagram.
last year was like, it was huge,
Yeah.
massive. And then we're going to 2026, and those who didn't do it last year or those who loved it are doing it again this year.
It's just like a bunch of workouts.
It's
like a bunch of workouts in a row.
That's everything.
No,
working
but like
out.
High
Working
Rocks
out
is-
is a bunch of workouts in a row.
No, but High Rocks is like I still don't necessarily understand what it is, but it's like an obstacle course of workouts.
There
It's
you
the
go.
best way to describe it. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would you call it that?
Sure.
All right.
It's like
Tina, am I right?
It's like the game Wipeout or American Ninja Warrior,
Right.
and a lot less fun.
But you're doing like burpees and like wall sits and climbing stuff.
And ropes. Doing a lot of ropes.
Yeah, like
Sled pushes.
It actually looks kind of fun, except for the fact that I realize I'll be tired by like the third workout. Like it looks like it would be fun to go through.
the race format is 16 different things.
Yeah.
And you're running, and then you have a ski erg. Then you run, then you have a sled push. Then you run, then you have a sled pull. Then you run, and you do burpee broad jumps. Then
How
you
long
run.
are these runs in between? It's like it's dashing from station to
Yeah,
station.
exactly.
It's not really like a run.
3-cone drill.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Or no, you'd get on a treadmill, or you're running in a
no,
circle.
you're running in a
to it.
circle.
Yeah.
It just says run.
Oh,
Okay.
See, because I will be honest here.
It isn't though. Like you have to, I think, some laps,
Oh, you do
or it's like a
laps.
big, or it's like a
Okay.
big lap.
Okay. That's what. Okay, that would make it more difficult. I have to be honest with y'all. It doesn't look that difficult.
I wasn't even. We have someone in our
I know.
office that
I'm not
did
saying it is difficult. I'm not saying it's not difficult. I'm saying looking at. I watch people. At least the Instagram clips look really easy. I see a lot of smiles. I see a lot of smiles. I'm like, hey, y'all look like y'all having a good time.
It looks like those workouts you see a bunch of 40 to 50-year-old women with the bungee cords
Yeah.
around their waist bouncing around
Little
in the room in unison. That's what you
Yeah.
think High Rocks is?
They got little the little wristbands on their arms.
Yes.
It's kind of colored like a 80s themes, and it's just
This is a lot. I wasn't even done yet.
okay.
After the burpee broad jumps, a run. Then you're rowing. Then you're running. Then you're farmer's carry. Then you're running. Sandbag lunges, running. And then 100 wall balls to end it.
It just sounds
wall
like
balls
you have
are
to have.
terrible.
What's a wall ball?
Wall balls is like a weighted ball that you have to like squat and then throw up. And then the ball has to hit, though, a target.
I see.
And
On the
there's
wall, you have
like
to catch
different.
it.
And then you have to catch it and do another squat. And like there's someone next to you like counting, and you could be like doing it wrong. You could step out of a box. Like
Yeah.
you have to redo it.
That's difficult.
100.
100 wall balls are difficult. How heavy is this medicine ball though?
It's different for men and women.
So I'm saying like if it's a 10-pound medicine ball, it's like all right, that's just sounds like you just got to have good cardio for this. It's not like you have to be as
I would assume cardio is
Muscular
a
cardio.
big factor in
Yeah.
High Rocks.
muscular endurance.
So I'm not interested in doing it.
You're not?
No, I was.
I'll do it
asked.
if you do it.
You want? We could be a team.
I'll do it if you do it.
Oh, really? You just split it in half,
Yeah.
or you do it all together? Like a team.
So you're running together, and so say we're doing like the burpee broad jumps.
Yeah.
Like I could do so many, and then you could, I think, fill in and keep going.
When's the next High Rocks?
There's one in April here in Miami.
That's not here.
It is. Well, that's the closest one.
You don't have to get a flight. How about that? Because people fly for them.
People fly for High Rocks?
Like, yes, it's like a big deal. Like, people go to, like, Dallas or Boston. Like, they're big deals.
Do they pay you to do it, or I got to pay them to do it?
No, we would be paying to do this.
Yeah.
Unless we get High Rocks
They say, hey,
involved.
$500, here's a backpack, and you get really sweaty.
Yeah. I'll be like, all right.
What's the swag situation? Need a goodie bag?
I have no idea. We could ask our teammate that's here in the office right now that did
Colin has done High Rocks?
No. Our teammate, Casey Korth.
Casey Korth has done High Rocks.
He has done High Rocks, yes.
Where's he at?
He's
in the
doing
office?
another one, too. Yes, he's here.
Can we ask him like 2 questions on it? Is that
I don't
improper?
know if he's cleared.
He's not cleared.
He might not be cleared.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, he's the one that got. He's the reason why we have a clearing process. Casey Korth is not only famous for his High Rocks expertise, but also he was one of the first people to. Did they at least hit the dump button when he cussed on there?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think they did.
The producer that was on it, I don't think did.
Oh, so this is a 2-man issue.
Yeah.
Whoever that producer was,
Is
man.
it you?
No, it wasn't me.
Do we know?
You sure?
Do you know who it is?
I know who it is. I'm not saying.
I think I know who it is.
Is it our boss?
No.
Does this person also double as a coach?
As a coach?
Okay. No.
said it
You would have
was-
gotten it if it was.
Okay.
Yeah. As a coach.
Oh,
Stop
wait.
asking questions. I'm not
Is
answering.
this person
really good at poker?
No, I don't know.
Like poker.
Okay, this is a stupid thing to be doing on the air right now.
Yeah.
All right. It was
It's
Brian
really-
McLevin Rhodes, obviously.
It was not.
Okay. Just had to check. See?
Stop thinking C-Katt.
Okay, we'll stop. We'll stop. But what I will say is
We can ask him High Rocks
we'll ask
questions.
him. We'll ask him
Yes.
High Rocks questions afterwards, and then I'll be satiated.
A good quarterback.
What?
Was he a good high school
No,
football
why would-
quarterback?
Why would Evan
No.
Cohen have been producing?
No.
Oh, I said good.
Oh, now that is disrespectful. Somebody clip that. Somebody has to clip that and get it to Evan Cohen stats.
No.
You got to be good to not get the hook after 7 interceptions.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how good was Evan? That's the one thing people don't give Cohen enough credit for. He is infamous for throwing 8 interceptions in one high school football game. Yes. But most quarterbacks will get pulled after interception number 7. They left him out there for a reason.
But, I mean, Evan talks for a living. So, like, I got to imagine he was very persuasive even as a high schooler to his head coach.
That is true.
So that's why I admire in that situation. His leadership was off the charts, I imagine. They needed him for morale.
The defense needed him for sure. They were like, we need this guy for points. This guy is great. We love Evan. They're probably fans of Unsportsmanlike to this day. So here's one thing I did want to bring up, though, before we move on to more serious sports topics. Tina, did you happen to know that last night, theoretically speaking, made its play-by-play debut on the hardwood of girls basketball at Grandview Prep?
I did. I was watching you guys
Come on.
with Brian McLevin Rhodes while we were at the Panthers game. He had his computer up and we were watching.
How would you grade? Where's the button?
I wasn't listening.
So, like, I mean,
You didn't listen?
Yeah, like, what's
No,
that
I
about
didn't-
that?
You're just
I
watching a
listen.
basketball game.
He was listening. He had his headphones in.
Okay.
So
And it was up though, and I was watching on his computer.
how do you think we did? Just grade us.
I think you guys did probably pretty good.
Probably.
Probably.
It was good. So it was. I will say it was a lot of fun. Somerset blew out Grandview, which was nobody expected because Grandview was the higher ranked team and had won earlier in the year. But the one thing that came up during our broadcast that we were told about afterwards is C-Katt is never going to lose the title of King of Glaze. We had a lady come up to us after the game. She was the mother. She was the mother of Delaney Doty, who was going to be on our ESPN Top 63 list. She's one of the best basketball players in this area. She plays for Somerset.
Okay.
That girl was striping it from deep. She had a 13-point second quarter. She led the game with 18 points in Somerset's win. She was amazing. She'll be playing Division I college basketball soon. The mother of Delaney Doty came up to us after the game and was like, "Oh my gosh, that was great. You know, my daughter's rocking and everything." And then C-Katt and I was trying to tell her, like, hey, you can watch the broadcast back, actually, because we talked about your daughter on ESPN West Palm. It's going to be there living. It was live, and you can go back to it. She said, oh, no, I already know. One of our friends out on the West Coast was watching it from back home, and they said y'all were glazing Delaney left and right.
They use that word.
Wow.
She used that word. And I was like, please, That's why I can't be next to Cat.
See,
the glaze is starting to rub off.
Thank you. I'm glad that you took a little bit of ownership there.
The
'Cause
gladiator
you
of
started
the
that
glaze.
story with saying that I was the sole perpetrator.
Yeah, you were mostly the
Because
play-by-play guy. I was just filling in the color.
I said things like this.
Won't go, and here come the Lady Cougars in transition. They've got 3-on-1. Corner 3, don't leave her open because she'll do just that. The Lady Doty for 3 again.
That's a good
Yeah,
call.
that was a good call. But she made like 4 threes, and he played the most modest of the calls for the Lady Doty. Because for the rest of the game, I'm sure he was more effusive in his praise. The Catman couldn't help himself. This dude was fanning out.
Just trying to make the moment as big as possible for everyone listening.
It was great. That was a great call. That was a great call.
That was a great call. C-Kat is really good at play-by-play.
Yeah.
I enjoy listening
Why'd you
to him.
specify just play-by-play, not producing, not co-host?
Well, we're talking about his play-by-play.
Just checking.
Or was he the color last night? No, he was
play-by-play,
play-by-play.
yeah.
Yeah.
It just felt like you could have just said C-Cat's really good, but then you like kind of.
Well, we were talking about play-by-play.
We
C-Kat
also
is a great producer as well.
Saw a couple of listeners there that love to tune in, theoretically speaking.
Yes.
Says listen while they're doing landscaping work.
That's what I'm talking about. Much love. Much love. Yeah. It was a great time. We got to do more. I don't want to put more work on our own plates, but I love actually being out there in the community and doing these things. More play-by-play, especially with basketball. It was fun. It was efficient. It was a good showing, even though the game was a blowout. So, yeah, we'll line up some more. If y'all have suggestions as to games coming up that we should come to, DM us at ESPN West Palm or DM C-Kat at C-Kat Sports on Instagram.
Sure. You just got to guess how to spell it. Tina, do you think that all the guys that vote for the Pro Football Hall of Fame are jealous that Bill Belichick has a young girlfriend? And that's why I didn't vote him in the Hall of Fame?
Ooh. No, I don't think they're jealous.
Bill Belichick is 74.
They're jealous of everything that he went through this like past year.
No, I think they enjoyed that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but also like
let's make this whole year round like worse for him. Let's not put him
They're
on.
being petty. They're being petty.
Yeah.
They're being petty.
There's more to life than football.
There is.
So, like, if he's happy off the field with Jordan Hudson.
He clearly is.
Right.
He's still with her.
Man. If he's going through that, like I know he doesn't care what anybody thinks, but everyone cares a little bit. It gotta hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Good for
Especially
Jordan
when
Hudson.
you get weird looks from people.
What? I'm just saying, good for Jordan Hudson that like C-Kat is offering up as a consolation for Bill Belichick not being a first ballot Hall of Famer that he gets to go home to Jordan Hudson.
He seems
good
happy.
for her.
He has to be happy.
But I'm sure. So what was it? There are 60 people that voted for the Pro Football Hall of
50.
Fame. 50. And 10 or more did not select Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I think more than 10 actually, because he would need 40 out of 50 to make it past the threshold. So at least 11.
There's a non-zero chance that one of those non-votes for Bill Belichick is probably thinking, man, that guy traded in for a newer unit, and I'm over here.
Gosh.
He's got to have it all, doesn't he? But he can't get first ballot Hall of Fame. Not if I have anything to say about it. Just telling you what they're thinking, not what I'm thinking.
I know. And you're right. You're probably right. But that's not the only thing. They're also jealous of all of the accolades. They're also jealous, and they probably don't like him because of his disposition and the way in which he irks people, especially if you're not, working lockstep with him. And it doesn't help that the other guy on the ballot Robert Kraft that employed him, that he had a huge feud with him as well. And clearly, I know Evan Cohen doesn't want to admit to it. We talked to him earlier. He's a Patriots fan.
Yes.
Clearly, Robert Kraft, if not just he can't keep on claiming no culpability over everything that's happening under the shadows of him. Right? So he had nothing to do with Spygate, nothing to do with Deflategate, and nothing to do with this anti-Bill Belichick campaign for the Hall of Fame. Am I supposed to believe that? But he got Meek Mill free from prison? Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I think Patriots fans will be very resistant to think like mom and dad are fighting. Like, no, they like each other, actually. They went through so much. No, Kraft and Bill, they go way back. They can't possibly have vendetta against one another.
Them dudes hate each other.
Was Evan still wearing his Bill Belichick shirt?
I didn't see it. He had a black hoodie on. He changed up from the jacket over the shirt to a black hoodie. So, yeah, he wore his Bill Belichick T-shirt on Unsportsmanlike this morning.
Evan loves his work. I wish we asked him if there was any percentage of him that was happy this happened, because it led the show for him this morning.
You can still ask him that. You just wish we asked him on air.
Yes.
To get him to admit it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's easier to catch him in honesty if you have him in front of a microphone talking actively. If he has time to text back, he's going to lie.
Right, because like you said,
You could call him right now.
this is the most public.
We could call him.
He gave me a hard out.
Yeah,
Oh,
he did.
okay.
He did.
Probably doing something right now. But yeah, Evan did say this is the most public backing of Bill Belichick that we've seen in a very long time because of the success of Tom Brady after his tenure with the Patriots, because of now the Patriots succeeding once again, how things have gone bad at UNC. So I think also Evan Cohen likes hearing everybody else say amazing things about Bill Belichick.
Yeah. I think this, all in all, this is actually better for Bill Belichick than him actually being named a first ballot Hall of Famer. Because if he was named first ballot Hall of Famer, we wouldn't blink an eye, we wouldn't care, we wouldn't even mention it. It wouldn't even be something we say about Bill Belichick. When you mention Bill Belichick's name, at what point are you going to do the caveat of when he got into the Hall of Fame? That's like way down the list of accomplishments that Bill Belichick has gotten in the game of football.
Allow me to stretch this to a comparison that maybe it has no business going.
Uh-oh.
But when comedians get in trouble and use the overused term canceled, and how they're getting punished for a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. When for a good 5-year stretch, that was actually a good thing for their career because they would have people rush to defend them, rush to support them, and consume their media and support their career. It's almost like that. It's semantics, right?
Yes.
I don't think Bill Belichick gets an extra $4 million if he's first ballot Hall of Fame. I think this is all just about a story being written, and it'll only have people further realize, accept, and come to terms that Bill Belichick was wronged here. And yeah, that sticks out like a sore thumb. You're telling me he's not in that exclusive list of first ballot Hall of Fame coaches?
Yeah.
It's for the greater good in terms of his legacy.
Bill Belichick makes out like a bandit in it. He's getting all this good PR in the midst of what has been the roughest stretch of his football existence. Maybe if you don't count some of the earlier stages as the head coach. But then also, like Tina, C-Katt just brought it up right here. Like, for Robert Kraft and the other guys that are the pushback on Bill Belichick, their agenda may have been to slight him, but it feels like there's some unintended consequences here where people are now praising him. That's kind of crazy.
It is crazy. Yes.
It's wild. Bill Belichick, this is perfect. This is perfect. Good job, Bill Belichick. Good on you. Congratulations,
playing
Bill.
Chess.
Congratulations, Bill, for not being a first ballot Hall of Famer. He almost is making being first ballot not cool. Hey, you might have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, but did you ever have guys protesting your admittance into the Hall of Fame?
I got Jimmy Johnson to curse on Pat McAfee's show. What did you do?
This is better. How is this not better? You know what else is better?
What's that?
That's just better.
Well, yeah, I mean, Florida water's not good.
It's not. It's terrible. But you know what is good? Come on, dog.
It's better.
Culligan. Huh?
It's better.
It's better. That should be the new slogan. Culligan water. It's better. I'm gonna run that up to the league offices of Culligan. But what they do offer already without the stamp of approval from me or 80% of the committee is a better lifestyle, more comfortability in your home, better water. Culligan.com. Go online right now. Get your free water test. I did it back in May. May of last year. I have to say May of last year now because we're in a new year. And it has worked wonders for me, both the water softener and the reverse osmosis system. I am a beneficiary of what Culligan does. Florida has some of the worst water in all of the United States. It is literally decrepit. If you're getting it straight out the faucet, you are doing it wrong. Make sure you tap in with Culligan. Get them to pull up, give you a free water test, and let you know what's in your water and how you can rid those chemicals, those pollutants, those toxins from it. You don't want to be just actively poisoning yourself and not even knowing it. Culligan Water can tell you what's going on and how to fix it. Right now, you can also upgrade your entire water system, your shower system, with the water softener. 12 months interest-free right now. That's the offer. 12 months interest-free. So even if you feel like, this is a worthwhile investment, but I don't want to pay for it all right now, you get a whole year interest-free. Culligan.com. Tap in with the good people. Culligan.com. Make this part of your New Year push in 2026 to get right with the water. On the other side of the happy hour, we continue with our Bill Belichick semantics on his legacy and his career. Plus, we got to get to a get around because there's many things brewing across the sports landscape.
We could also fix the NFL for good.
Oh man, we got to give them that today. We can't hold that off any longer.
No, it's hot right now.
It's hot. It's hot off the presses.
We know you have to go. We know you have to go. You're making your way to the door
Start
already.
stacking the papers.
Yeah,
I saw you
that
do
was
the
a
stack
little
papers.
performative.
No, the papers that
No.
where I stand, they are
No.
here every day.
That's
and
why you got to watch the show on
It is
YouTube.
so thick of papers that are months old
Tina-
that Colin Russo leaves here. But there's a lot of like copy of yours in here as well. I'm
Yeah.
like, what are these papers?
I don't know.
And
I
I'm
don't know.
cleaning up my area.
Okay, you're
I'm
clean.
not leaving yet.
Tina just put on mittens.
Yeah.
Like she was like, I'm going to walk out the door.
She put her jacket on. She starts checking her temperature
No,
outside.
it's getting warm. I need to take my jacket off.
So we're gonna see if Tina sticks around. She definitely gave all of the signals that she's the hell out of here. But we'll see if you don't hear her on the other side, you know why. That's C-Katt. That's Tina for now. This is Theo Dorsey, theoretically speaking, on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Football's biggest game is here, so make sure the only heat is on the field. Keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can get 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in the postseason, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS has been the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today and schedule your service now. Stay cool for the biggest game of the year.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Today's tax tip is brought to you by Anshin Accountants and Advisors with George Teixeira, partner and practice leader of Anshin's Financial Services Group.
When launching a private investment fund, proper structuring could mean the difference between high tax bills and smart tax savings. The new One Big Beautiful Bill Act permanently extends the 20% deduction on qualified business income, makes favorable changes to exclusions of gains of qualified small business stock, and brings back full expensing on capital investments. For fund managers, this means new opportunities to reduce taxable income and improve cash flow. At Anshin, a partner-owned firm since 1923, we specialize in building tax-efficient structures that help funds and their investors make the right decisions today for greater success tomorrow. If you are launching a fund in this new environment, let Anshin deliver value where others can't.
For more tax tips from Anshin, visit Anshin.com. That's ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, helping you recalculate what's possible.
You've seen the PGA Tour's best on the course, but in the arena, it's prime time. Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back. With big moments, big personalities, non-stop action on the big screen. Shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, and overtime. Tickets are on sale now, but availability is limited. Visit TGLGolf.com to get your tickets while they last. TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Tough loss, but champions respond. I'm attorney Brian Lebovic. As proud UM alums, we know how to compete at the highest level.
I'm Esther Lebovic. At the Lebovic Law Group, we bring a championship mindset to every injury case. Preparation, discipline, and relentless execution.
When a client's future is on the line, we don't just show up, we play to win.
Don't wait. Dial 8-561-888-8888. No fee unless we win for you.
Visit Lebovic.com.
Hiring a lawyer is an important decision. Past results do not guarantee future outcomes.
He said, we have a thing called White Boy Wednesdays in the weight room where they play the rock music and they play older rock songs. He said there's this one song, and he said, I don't even know the song, but I know.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
This one sounds kind of familiar, but who is this?
This is Green Day.
Green Day.
Song called Brain Stew.
Yeah.
You might see TikTok edits using this song for football players.
Okay. I think this was on a Madden or something.
Probably.
Yeah. Feels like a Madden type song. Scrolling through the menus, trying to see who I can get for Donovan McNabb on the trade block.
It's a good head bob song. Just kind of the rhythm, keep going with it.
Yeah. Underrated Madden player all time, Brian Westbrook, running back for the Eagles. He had this deadly spin move back in like Madden 07 or something like that. Underrated spot for your football headquarters. I mean, it should be properly rated if you listen to Theoretically Speaking, but elsewhere they need to know Duffy's Sports Grill. It is the place to be for the postseason.
We take it for granted because we've known Duffy's ever since we moved here. We knew Duffy's the place to go. But for people that are new in town for the season or for their life, don't take Duffy's for granted, man. If you move away, you will sorely miss it.
We found that out. Heisman Trophy winner Fernando Mendoza told me at ACC kickoff a year and a half ago, which is the media days ahead of the college football season, back when he was the Cal quarterback. He had been away at Cal. I brought up Duffy's once, and his mouth started watering. He was like, Duffy's? You got Duffy's? Which I said, hey, slow down. Hey,
got none on me right now. No award-winning wings or burgers.
He almost tackled me trying to get to the Duffy's. But he's from Miami. He knows about the wonders of Duffy Sports Grill, including their full roster of football features. Here for a limited time, and football season is running out. So if you want those barbecue pulled pork nachos, you're going to want to pull up ASAPually. You also got the Duffy's Double Smash Burger, 2 certified Angus beef patties smashed with caramelized onions and topped with melty aged sharp cheddar on an artisan bun. And you can get those burgers with touchdown tots 2 different ways, buffalo chicken or OG cheeseburger tots. Duffy Sports Grill, man, Duffy'sMVP.com. Go online right now. Check out the menu. Check out the one nearest you. 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And the reason why it's great for sports, 80 or more televisions in every single location. Nobody does football season like Duffy's. Visit your local Duffy Sports Grill. Duffy's. Our game is always on. C-Katt, man. This is that time of the year, man. We are in the midst of the week before Super Bowl week. It is Pro Bowl week. And what we've come to the conclusion of is don't nobody give a damn about the Pro Bowl. We figured that out. Like, the last play that I remember from the Pro Bowl was Sean Taylor laying out, was it Morstead? What punter was that?
Might have been Morstead.
I think it was Morstead.
It is not important enough for you to remember that closely.
Exactly. The Pro Bowl has lost its luster. This, though, our proposal to fix the NFL's week in between the conference championships and the Super Bowl did not come by, on purpose because we were trying to fix this. I don't give a damn about their All-Star game. Roger Goodell, that's for you to figure out. It came as we were actually digging up information on first ballot Hall of Fame coaches.
Yes.
We're trying to figure out who is Bill Belichick getting snubbed in spite of.
So we found out that Bill Belichick might be in good company because Vince Lombardi is not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Crazy.
So I said, wait a second. They named the dang trophy out of him, didn't they? Maybe it was named after Curly Lambeau. Who knows?
Well, that would be.
Well, I looked it up, and apparently Vince Lombardi didn't have that long of a head coaching career due to poor health and unfortunately passing away rather young at the age of 57. He only coached from 1959 to 1969, a final season with Washington. He, of course, won 2 Super Bowls, won 3 NFL championships. But I also found in that Wikipedia page that the Packers played in the 3rd place playoff bowl in Miami after the 1963 and 1964 seasons. Categorized as exhibition games, but the World Cup has 3rd place games, and we have this weird bye week between the championship games and the Super Bowl. There might be a place for a 3rd place game in the NFL.
Now, when you first brought this up, C-Katt, I immediately shot it down.
You scoffed.
I was like, there's no way players would be involved in this and want to play another game after losing a chance at the Super Bowl. I said teams would never risk the health of their players for the next year to win a meaningless bowl game. I likened it to bowl games that were not New Year's Six games, thinking that players and teams would opt out of them, which we've been seeing in college football. So then instead of it being a stick in the mud, though, because that's the good thing, and that's the powers of theoretically speaking. The reason we work so well on these airwaves is because I might oppose your views, but I don't shoot them down.
Hear it out.
We started kind of sorting through how this thing can work out, and the number one thing is, what is the number one thing players want more of?
Money.
Money, money, money. Especially when you're an NFL player. NFL, they say, stands for not for long, and a lot of these contracts are not fully guaranteed. I do believe if the NFL incentivizes this 3rd place game in place of the Pro Bowl, instead of the Pro Bowl this weekend, this year it would be the Los Angeles Rams versus the Denver Broncos. I had to think about that one for a second.
Which isn't that glamorous because of the injury, but if you go in years past, you would have explosive 3rd place games.
Yeah. We could list those, but just for argument's sake, so you know what we're talking about here, it would be a 3rd place game between the 2 teams that lost the conference championship. Players would get 15% of their annual yearly salary for playing in this game and winning it. For winning it, not just playing, but winning it. You get 15% of what your annual salary is for that year for winning the game. That means all the linemen are going to suit up and want to play for this. 2nd, 3rd stringers for sure. And I do believe that there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks where 15% of $50 million, that's enough to get me past the finish line and want to play a football game. You know what I'm saying? That's enough to get me to try to win a game that is quote-unquote meaningless, but you're playing for money and you're playing for 3rd place in the NFL. That's one thing, right?
And we want this game to take place the weekend of which typically the Pro Bowl takes place.
Yeah.
And I think we want to substitute it with a Pro Bowl game, no?
Pro Bowl goes away in this sense. The Pro Bowl is done. Instead, on Pro Bowl Sunday, it is now going to be titled All Pro Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
The All Pro Bowl. And we are going to take that weekend to both honor the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd team All-Pro players from each conference. So you'll have an AFC 1st, 2nd, and 3rd team All-Pro, NFC 1st, 2nd, 3rd team All-Pro. If you want to talk about legacies and stacking up accolades, you can be named an All-Pro. You could be celebrated that weekend. We'll do NFL honors and all of that weekend, but you won't play in the game. The actual game that everybody watches and plays in is going to be the All-Pro Bowl game, but it's going to be really the 3rd place game. You can't call it the 3rd place game or nobody's going to want to play in it.
Right.
Got to call it the All-Pro Bowl game, make people feel better about it. Also, this is the biggest caveat because I guess you're probably wondering, well, what's in it for the teams? What's in it for the coaches, the GMs, the front office members? The winner of the 3rd place game, the All-Pro Bowl on Pro Bowl weekend, that team gets the 1st pick out of the playoff teams in the NFL draft. So you know how right now the 3rd or 4th place team in the NFL, if you lose in the conference championship Sunday, you're picking either 29th or 30th in the draft. No. If you win the 3rd place game, your prize for making it to conference championship Sunday, losing but then winning the 3rd place game, you are the 1st playoff team picking in the draft. So instead of picking 30th, you're picking 18th. Come on.
I like it a lot.
Come on. You know how big of a jump that is in the 1st round?
And making the Super Bowl is such a big deal that no one would ever compromise their chance to make the Super Bowl in order for that draft pick. No one's going to want that.
You're not waiting until the second to last game of the season.
Which when it talks about improving draft capital, you worry about teams making actions purely for that and team building. It's never going to happen.
The last caveat to this, number one, you got to incentivize the players with money, incentivize the teams with draft positioning. The last caveat is you are going to want to, as a league, incentivize yourself for coming out of pocket to pay a little extra to these players. What is the incentive there? Well, how about viewership on a third place game, especially if in the first or second rendition of this game you have a LeBron James-esque figure in the NFL? Buy in on it, just like what you had when LeBron and the Lakers won the in-season tournament and turned the NBA Cup into something that teams actually celebrate, and it's cool to win instead of something that is made a mockery of, like, oh, I don't know, your Pro Bowl game.
And we had this very big problem in pro sports in general, the ring culture, all or nothing, all or nothing.
Yeah.
You either win it all or you had a failure of a season. Looking at you, Lamar, looking at you, Josh Allen, looking at you, Joe Burrow. Failure because you're not number one. It's really difficult to do that. But there's an imbalance in conferences. So if the AFC, when they were the power conference, went on a run, we could definitively say, wow, the AFC was powerful this year. They won the Super Bowl, and they crushed the All-Pro Bowl.
Come on.
If you're new here, that's the third place game in the NFL that we created about
60
seconds ago.
Can't call it bronze medal game. Can't call it the third place game. Call it the All-Pro Bowl to make guys feel better about themselves.
So I think that it would give a little bit more in between, where you're not just either the dominant force in the league or you're nobody. LeBron deprived a lot of teams in the East, a lot of stars in the East, for legacy-building moments because it was all or nothing. Neither is that intermediary.
There are zero flaws in this plan. The All-Pro Bowl, we laid it out for you. We'll take your concerns about it on the Baptist Health Hotline, 888-760-3776. I mean, name one flaw in this plan, the All-Pro Bowl that me and C-Katt just listed, and I don't think you can. Or you can drop it in the YouTube chat at ESPN South Florida, 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline, and welcome to pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. If an injury is keeping you from what you love, our expert team is here to get you back in the game. We don't want to hold you out. You don't want to be sidelined. Get back in there. Get scrappy. It's trusted by the pros and ready for you because everyone deserves pro-level care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more. baptisthealth.net/ortho. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Welcome you to being treated like a pro, and you should tap in with the good people. C-Katt, that is spot on. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
I know, I'm kind of proud of that. I hope the NFL takes our advice, and I don't even need us to be credited.
No, we don't.
I will take solace in knowing that we affected sports for good.
We helped everybody. That is a selfless play by us. We helped everybody. You know what I'm going to help myself to this weekend?
Please share.
More fried Oreos.
Yeah.
Got to have them. I'm making one last stop at the South Florida Fair before this thing leaves town. That is the last day for the South Florida Fair is Sunday. So if you haven't made it out or if you want to double dip on it, southfloridafair.com. Get your tickets or go to Publix and get some tickets right now. It's a party with the Pirates as the South Florida Fair invites guests of all ages to set sail on an exciting adventure in 2026. So visit southfloridafair.com. You can check out Bike Night. You can see where the parade times are and the classic rock tribute band competition. southfloridafair.com. Meet me at the fair. I'll definitely be there on Sunday. You can go there from today through Sunday, and then it's gone. So get it while it's still here. southfloridafair.com. More theoretically speaking on the other side on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
TGL is in season. It is active. In fact, C-Katt himself was just kicking it with the pros on Monday.
Yeah, man. It was a fun match. If you're a fan of Rory McIlroy,
That's
which
right.
there's a lot of people out there that are,
Yeah.
they were left very happy at the SoFi Center.
He tends to have a lot of fans, and people tend to leave very happy at the SoFi Center. If you've seen the PGA Tour's best on the course, you're going to love it in the arena in prime time. Season 2 of TGL by SoFi is back. Big moments, big personality, big wins, and nonstop action on the big screen. Shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, city versus city, squad versus squad. Yeah, it's golf, but it's different. It's tomorrow's golf. Tickets are on sale right now, but they are limited, so make sure you visit tglgolf.com. Make some plans to get to the SoFi Center in Palm Beach Gardens. TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf.
Yeah, we have an opinion in the chat. Someone says, if people don't care about second place, why would they care about third place? It's simple. Talk to any Olympian. Getting bronze is better than getting silver.
Yeah, winning bronze, too, because you lose
Yes.
to get silver. You win to get bronze often, unless it's like a race.
Exactly. Finishing your season with a win against a really good opponent. Yeah.
Good vibes can come out of that. Good things can come out, especially if you change your draft positioning for it as well. Like, people, you're underestimating in the YouTube chat at ESPN South Florida.
Jupe Dreams.
Jupe Dreams. The difference between the 30th pick in the NFL draft and the 19th. That is a huge jump. That's 11 guys in front that you will be able to select. You as a fan will be appreciative of that. It helps you in the year going forward. You know what else helps you? Having good tickets to the Cognizant Classic.
Mm-hmm.
The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches is back in Palm Beach Gardens. That's where all the good golfing is right now. PGA National Resort and Spa going to host the 2026 tournament. February 25th is the tee-off. That means we are less than 30 days from the PGA Tour taking its talents to Palm Beach County. Get your tickets right now, thecognizantclassic.com. Do you want the 1909 Terrace? You want the Shoreline Suites? Maybe you want to kick it in the Bear Trap with C-Katt and myself, and maybe Tina. By the way, Tina did leave after she tapped the papers. Thecognizantclassic.com. Thecognizantclassic.com.
Brooks Koepka, Shane Lowry.
Come on.
Saeed Theegala announced.
Yeah.
And someone else, if you were listening to Theoretically
It's going
Speaking.
down. It's going down. Yeah, you should have been listening. Thecognizantclassic.com. Get your tickets today and see us at the golf course. Go in love, go in peace, go enjoy.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the